Hello dogs, Lildawg right here right now. Welcome back to Magical Eyes, red is for Anguish. Now, we last left off, things were getting kind of mysterious. There has been a mysterious increase of crime in this city, and the cause is unknown, and it's strange. It was quite touching. The movie wasn't the type to move you to tears, but I could clearly see the passion that the production team had put into it. All in all, it was a very good movie. However, I'm not really interested in movies like that, so I'm not sure how much weight my opinion carries. The only reason I could enjoy myself is because I'd replaced the protagonist, the samurai, with a completely different person. That soft serve was what moved me the most. Soft serve. It moved me. You two seem to like it a lot. The ice cream was served in cups so you could take your time eating. The kids must have liked that too. Thank you for buying it for us, sis. Thank you. Sure, you're very welcome, but didn't you like the movie? I liked it, but how should I put this? I think it was a little cliche. Yeah, it was cliche. Especially the ending. I was like, meh, when he was saying, as long as we love each other, everything will be okay. That was meh. My humble opinion, kids should dream a bit more. But we're realists. We're realists. Well, on the contrary, I liked the ending. It was pretty romantic when the princess and the samurai were together. Strictly speaking, it's not the scene itself. I just imagined how awesome it would be if Amikawa whispered those charming lines to me. Boo! That pretty thing was on top. That pretty thing on top that was on top of the ice cream was more romantic. It tasted like chocolate. It was yum yum. It was mum. Was it that good? Maybe I should have gotten it as well. Yeah, it really was great, but what's wrong? I feel bad for making you pay for it. Yeah, I think we should pay her now. Right, sis, you've got to let us pay you for the ice cream. You don't have to, really. Buying them was my idea, after all. Because it would have been boring if I had a drink by myself. But there's something our brother always tells us. You're supposed to buy nice ladies things. Don't let them buy you things. That's what he says. Haha, some brother you have. By the way, he also says that in this context, the word nice means pure-hearted. That's right. That's why I buy Shizuku snacks a lot. June, that's... Well, you two are too grown up. I mean, they're so grown up, I'm beginning to think that they're actually more experienced in life than I am. I got me some root beer. The usual. It's been really hard to get root beer with all the quarantine stuff. Look, let's put it this way. I gave you the ice cream and thanks for taking me to the wonderful film. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been here for sure. Are you sure you enjoyed the movie? Oh, is that what you're worried about? Well, you know, the first one was better. What part of it did you find good? Perhaps it's some kind of fate that all sequels have to face. Well, I wasn't really admiring the movie itself either. I liked how the protagonist's body, tone of voice, and like were similar to those of someone I know. Of course, the actor was not attractive to me in the slightest, but he and Amikawa had so many physical features in common that I could easily swap them in my head. Hey, it's got nothing to do with the scenario. Nothing to do with it. I admit it, but that's the most important thing to me. Actually, I kind of know how you feel. Combat scenes were as cool as in the first one. But you're much cooler than the protagonist, June. You're way cuter than the heroine, Suzuku. Newlywed couple? Are you two a newlywed couple? Just kidding. Your looks don't decide who you are. They don't. Is it your heart? No, it's your back. I desperately hold myself back. God. With that and totally unexpected improbable answer of his. Is that also something your brother said? Yes, that's what he said. So your brother is such a cheesy guy. Cheesy, you mean the guy showing himself off the girls? Yeah, that's about right, but it sounds like your brother does that regardless of gender. I doubt that's what he does. He's always serious when he says stuff like that. I know, right? He's not trying to be cool, he's already cool. Yeah. Does he work at a host club? No, he's a high school student. He's in his second year. What? The same age as me? You're a high school student too? Yes, and I'm a second year too. There are many kinds of high schoolers. Yeah, and the same goes for grade schoolers. There sure are many kinds of grade schoolers. That's exactly what I'm realizing right here, right now, so no objections. I see, you have such an incredible brother. But to be honest, I don't think I could get along with someone like him. Might like him if I talk to him in person, though. Receiving their voices of disapproval, I add that to not make them feel worse. I'm pretty sure Amikawa's not that kind of cheesy person, but if he were, that would probably also be awesome. Decided tonight I'll devote myself to dreaming of him spouting such wonderful sayings. Hello, sis? Sis? What? Your eyes looked super terrifying just now. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about something great. Your eyes didn't look like you were thinking something great at all. Your eyes look pretty greedy. I don't think so. Just remembering a friend of mine from school. Okay, if you say so, it must be so. Anyway, I think the two of us should go home soon. Oh, really? We promised to go home right after the movie was over. But June, I want to chat with her a little more. But that's what we promised your mom. Right. Shizuku's the one saying she wants to stay longer, but even June seems reluctant to leave. In contrast, I don't really have any kind of emotional reaction to the incoming parting. I don't feel sad and not going to miss them, even though they're the first people I've had a positive attitude towards in a while, apart from Amikawa. Then I'll go home too. Okay. I apologize to him in spirit, but it's not out of a sense of guilt or anything. As a matter of fact, I wish I could have any sense of guilt, but it's not something I could do anything about now. Hey, listen. So I'll give you out this as a token of apology. Might not have the right to say this, but you must not let strangers take you somewhere, okay? No worries. We followed you because we knew you were not a bad person, though. Yeah? How can you be so sure about it? We're not wrong about it. Indeed, we are not. Now you two are embarrassing me. You know, bad people don't get worried about other people the way you are right now. They don't. Could just be pretending so I can gobble you up once you drop the guard. That's never gonna happen. Besides, even if you were, I could easily see it. You mean sense, not see, right? I really can see those things, right? Yeah, he really can. Although I'm not quite sure what they mean, I decided to let it go now that they're in good spirits again. Well, we're going now. Thanks for everything, sis. Look, I really wanted to be nice to you two, but I don't think I'm a good person. There's no need to say that, but I had to because I wanted to let them know who I truly was, not because I felt awkward. Also, I'm probably never going to see them again. Yeah, I don't think you are either. Me neither. With that short answer, the two children ran away holding each other's hands tightly. I don't know what to say after those unexpected responses. Those kids were sure were unusual. While they did look like normal children, their speech and behavior seemed much more mature than mine now and then. What astonished me the most is that they were given off the same atmosphere as my beloved one, even though they hardly have anything in common. That's why I was able to let down my guard so easily. I feel something touch my face. Looking up, I find that gray clouds started to cover the blue sky. Trusting the weather report, I had left my laundry outside to dry. I'd better hurry home. Now that the kids are gone, I got no more reason to remain here. Alright then. Looks like it's raining. Ah! Shizuku, you talked a lot even though you haven't met her before. It wasn't like you at all. Yeah, that was a first for me. Shizuku nods her head with a delighted face, swinging her two pigtails. Seeing her expression makes June happy too. Getting selfish like that wasn't really like you either. Well, he's not trying to make fun of her, he's just surprised. She's never insisted on staying longer with someone other than him or her family, but he also understands it just happened just because that high school girl was special, not because Shizuku had grown up. And he is certain that Shizuku is aware of that too. She had such a good color. It's been a long time since I met someone like her. Did you see that? She casts him in a slightly accusing glare. You can tell that without seeing, can't you? Actually, he had been sorely tempted to look, but he keeps that a secret from her. Right, you can. She even described herself as a bad person. Uh-huh. We knew that without her bothering to do that. Yeah. There's just a reason why the two kids allowed her close to themselves. What is up with these kids? And what do they mean by seeing? Seeing them as colors? What? She is so fabulous. It would definitely be even more fun walking around out here if all people were like her. Absolutely. Interesting. There's a lot of strange things about this world. There's the variants, there was that story in the beginning, which that has a lot to do with, that's probably going to have a lot to do with everything in this story, so it's probably going to have, that's probably going to explain the variants, that story is probably going to explain what's going on with those two kids, because they have some sort of ability or something. Of course, I have that at my end as well. There's a waiver crime, and that's a fact. Shortly after the meeting with Azuma, I shared the knowledge with Pops and get an extremely composed response from him. So we'll have more variants around here, right? Come on, Junior, that's not like you at all. You know more about this field than the cop. Eh? As you know, variants can be easily created in murders or accidental deaths that contain strong regret or pain. Think about it. Suicide, disease, or accidents and crime. How many deaths do you think each is responsible for? I get it. You're right. I forgot to take into account what fraction of deaths are caused by accidents and crime. There's a little difference, even if insignificant part doubles. So if we suspect the increase has something to do with us, we need to focus more on infectious diseases and rather than accidents or crimes? Exactly. Besides that, let's give a thought to the possibility of people turning into variants. It's a pretty rough estimate, but let's say 1 in a million deaths becomes a variant, and an average of 10 victims goes up to 20. What would happen? We probably wouldn't even get a variant in the city, at most just one. See? What's going on in the city at the moment may have a negative impact on our day-to-day lives, but there will be almost no effect on our variants business. Well, a whole lot more people will be grieving over their losses, I'd say. I'd say that's what we should be concerned about as citizens of the city. Anyways, that's not something we can do anything about. Now that you put it that way, it's very unlikely that variants are involved in this. That's how the people upstairs see it, and I see the same conclusion after I went through the intel we got. Didn't you find anything suspicious while you were at it? No, this sounds sort of weird, but they're all commonplace incidents. Commonplace how? Most of them were caused by those in desperate need of cash or those who blew out their relationship frustrations. Stuff like that. That's what Azuma said. They're not so different from what they would usually deal with. As long as the motives of that kind drive people to commit crimes, there's nothing that can be done about it, even if the use of some kind of drugs or our powers. And the number is enormous as well. I mean, who'd have the imagination to conjure up all those relationship and money problems? And that's why the higher-ups paid little heed to it. But they've also decided we're going to keep working with the police, given how puzzling the situation is. Okay, I understand the situation. It's alright if I share this with Azuma. Of course! I think I'll call him later.
But really, you disappoint me, Junior.
What do you mean?
I thought you rushed in here because you had a sudden craving for my cooking.
Ha 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 ha, please take it easy with the jokes when you're cooking. It's already a joke. Oh. Ow.
Wait a second, isn't that my face? Weren't you supposed to say that when your face is already a joke?
By the way, I see the place is already unaffected by the holiday crowds.
You just brushed off my correction, trying to deal with the finishing blow.
I never seen any customers in here even during New Year's.
Well, I only have a few customers, no longer how long holidays people have. If requested, I wouldn't mind going 24/7, just like I do for our other job.
That'd be the least appreciated 24/7 shop ever.
By the way, Junior, since you're here, why don't you have a little late lunch? I have a new item on the menu I call electrical fried rice. You can probably guess it's gonna electrify you both physically and mentally.
It'd better get labeled as poison.
Yeah, gonna be a dangerous poison in terms of pressing you. Hear this, Junior. When I gave it a shot and bought the food close to light bulb, the bulb actually lit up.
Wasn't electrical a metaphor? No, you're not gonna serve such crazy stuff.
I managed to give birth to this, seeking a stimulating taste. It must have given some kind of chemical reaction, if you ask me. I'm pretty sure the god of cooking allowed this miracle to occur because I love cooking right from the bottom of my heart.
It's a devil, not a god, and the devil seems to have rather overwhelming powers. Why are you so mean to him?
That just reminded me of something. Last night I saw this dream where I was talking to a gentleman with bat wings on his back.
See, I knew it.
Hey, just chill. I didn't expect you to say yes right away. So I'll offer you 100 yen as a reward if you eat it.
Excuse me, I'll be taking my leave now. I hurry out of the shop, escaping from the crisis of my life as I take a deep breath to replace air in my lungs, struck by a strange pungent smell. The surrounding area must be spoiled. I gotta come up with a different voice for Pops. While Pops is so horrible at cooking that desire to exile those who license him as a chef, his other face is dependable enough to die for. That's why I come all the way here to ask for his advice, even at the peril to my own life, and I know a lot of my co-workers would do the same. For instance, so with the figures sedately approaching over there. Hiya, high schooler. Hi there, Ren. One of the disobeyers working for the same organization as Amikawa Yu. He is also a silver accessory designer. Although he is wearing outstanding outfits, he is not doing it as a result of choosing whatever he wants and not trying to be a cross-dresser. His characteristics and tastes are completely manly. Both publicly and privately, he is madly in love with his partner, Curry. Oh! I see. I smell something dreadful around here. Did you eat something in here? No way. If I had, I wouldn't be standing like this. I just had a small talk with him. I figured as much. It'd be big trouble if he suddenly turned into a monster. Are you here to talk to him too? Yeah, I've got some questions to ask him. 90 out of 100 wouldn't believe it, but this person who's now brushing their hair up with the mannerism of an actress is biologically a male. What's up? It doesn't feel right to see you without Curry. Curry is Suzani's work buddy and his number one girl. For special reasons, she does not show herself in front of others very often. She is referred to as Baron and dotted on by Suzanari, while she calls him Rin and loves him just as much. It doesn't feel right to see you without Curry. I don't know, it just feels like something's missing. You think so? You two are always together, if I remember right. It's been around a year since I last saw you by yourself. I wound up on here on my own because my current business partner refused to use my regular meeting place. He shows a displeased face, which proves that he really hates the fact he had to come out without her. Going to turn it down if I couldn't work with Marin, but she told me to hear what they had to say at least. That sounds so like her. Right, she's even worried about someone she never met. How adorable. Isn't that wrong? In this context, shouldn't you describe her as kind, not adorable? What, are you dumb? they make no difference. She's adorable and kind. Huh? I mean, she's kind and adorable. No, she's adorable and adorable. Don't you get it wrong, though. Her kindness is unrivaled in the entire universe. Hard to say. I've never met any space people. Hello? There's no need to even compare. Just remember how heavenly she is. Alright. So, how come a high schooler's hanging around at this hour of the day? Playing hooky? It's a national holiday today, you know? Ah, I forgot that students have days off. Don't you have any? Not at all. I don't let the calendar tie me down. I let Marin tie me down, though. Don't take that in a weird way. I don't really care which way it is. She ties me down mentally, like a slave of love. I don't really want the details either. To begin with, self-proclaimed slaves of love or not, none of us really have days off. It goes for me, too. This is my third work-related meeting so far, on the first day of Golden Week. Yeah, days on and off, it ain't no matter to us. I'm pretty sure you and Curry are also busy with the other stuff. Can't argue with that. We can still tell what day of the week it is when we watch TV, but after a couple of days of accessory makings, we've no freaking idea anymore. That could happen to me after high school. Who knows, you could open your own food shop just like a certain cook from hell. Just like Pops, huh? Is there anything weird about it? You could do it, eh? I'm not sure. I like how he's so blunt with his advice. In fact, I could even find it comfortable when he does it. Most people tread lightly around me. I never thought I was going to spend my life making accessories. You never know what'll happen. Really? Really, when Marin and I were in high school, neither of us had time for anything but dealing with our own powers and surroundings. Shouldn't you have said neither of you had time for anything but loving each other? Holy crap, what a friggin' mistake to make. What the hell have I done? There. Say, high schooler, can I take your line and do it over? Or float your boat? No, that's not gonna work. I won't erase what I did. I better get home real quick and make a confession to Marin. What kind of odd confession is that? That'll just puzzle her. Even if she doesn't understand, she accepts. Her heart's big like that. Even if she gets puzzled, that'll make her look the cutest in the world. Right. I'm not quite sure. No matter what she does, you love it, don't you? I've got no more time to spend chit-chatting with you here. I'm gonna get my work done here and go back to Marin. She might be crying over missing me right now. Yeah, go back home for her. Based on my impression, she's a more independent person than that. You know, you and me have a lot of chances to talk to each other lately. Off duty, hopefully. Indeed. Can't help but hope for that. Now that I know the city's in such an unsettled state. Interesting. There goes my root beer. Amikawa's house, living room. You sighed. You. When I got home, I'm welcomed by my sister and brother, both in unbelievably cheerful mood. Oh! Okay. That changes quite a bit. Amikawa used little sister as of opening chapter. She's 11 years old and a fifth grader. She is one of June's classmates and his childhood friend. Her mother makes her look as childlike as possible, same as June, based on her standard. Children should stay childlike. She has trouble with clams. Brother. An 11-year-old boy freeloading with the Amikawas. He is one of Shizuku's classmates and her childhood friend. There's something similar to brotherhood between him and Yu. He spends most of the year with the Amikawas because of his father, who is his only family, being mostly absent from home, and his father and Yu's father being friends. He does not like pickled plums. Alright. Both in an unbelievably cheerful mood. Since I canceled my outing with them at the last minute, both of them were pretty disappointed this morning. Did something good happen to you guys? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't... It's... No. Okay. We were told we were too young at the ticket booth. Because it was an action movie. I regret shallowing sending the kids out there without thinking it through, but why would they look this happy now when they couldn't see it? Did you watch some other movie? A young lady? Yeah, she was long-haired and gorgeous. Was it one of the Disobeyers? No, she was a total stranger. So it sounds like they ran into someone well-intentioned who happened to help them. Well, I've got nothing to say as long as you thought she was okay. Based on how they're behaving, I can tell this young lady wasn't dangerous. I don't know anyone better than them at sizing up people, whether it's a grown-up or child. Told this to Aunt, and she said we actually need someone 20 years old to go with. She also said it's okay because they didn't find out. Aunt is kind of badass. She's cool. Let's not get into how rambunctious my mom can be for now. So that woman was under 20? She said she was a second-year high schooler. She's probably about your age. She looked a bit more mature for someone in high school, though. That could be why they let her in at the theater. She might even go to the same school as me, but the chances of that are low since there are a couple other high schools in the area. You know, it's surprising that you two followed Total Stranger like that, but what's even more surprising is that you two sounded like you had fun. I guess that's because she looked like she had a good color. Did you see it? I could tell without doing that. I agree. What a nice lady. Not really. She does have great color, but she's not a nice person. She's really gorgeous. Well, she was nice at least than the two of us, though. That sounds like she's not nice to anyone else. Yeah, that's what I meant. What's that about? She had this whole different aura around her when speaking to the ticket woman. A completely different person from when she talked to us. How do I put it? Cold-hearted? Yeah, I guess that's about right. She did have a smile on her face, though, but her atmosphere was super cold. She's probably a super sadist. Super sadist. A super sadist. Just how did you learn those words? From the pretty guy. From the pretty guy? Okay, I'll need to have a talk with Ren later. But really, you're sure you didn't know this kind lady? I guess both of us didn't, and she didn't seem to know us either. But she was nice to us the whole time since we met her. I guess that was because you were being so adorable, Shizuku. I think it's because you're so cool, June. Yeah, what's it this way advanced exchange? No. I know you. I know who you're imitating. I'll definitely need to have a talk with both Ren and Curry later. Anyway, you two have fun today, right? It was super fun. It was fun. Okay. I feel very grateful to this warm-hearted young lady who made their day after how deeply disappointed they were this morning. I know this won't really do anything to reward her, but brother, I put in extra effort into today's patrol so that the nice young lady can spend her days off with a smile. Even if I may not get myself directly involved in the unusual phenomenon, I could support Azuma by finding out whatever I can. It would probably end up helping the people of this city, including that young woman, live their lives a little more peacefully. Shizuku. This is what she was talking about, I guess. About her brother being a cheesy guy? Yeah, that's it. What's with that sudden private conversation? Nothing, we just agreed that you're that type of guy. You work at a host club? Alright. I'm probably gonna end it there, so some interesting revelations, like the two kids were Amikawa Yu's siblings, or one of them was, the other one was is a close friend. And I think I'm gonna end this episode here, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.